And we are on the air. Hi, everybody. It's Bruce here, traveling with Bruce. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday to start your weekend. It's all good here where I am in Creston, British Columbia, 3 miles north of the U.S. border. All is well. Gorgeous day today. We thought we were going to get off and on rain like crazy all the last few days, and didn't turn out that way at all. We did have a few showers, but they were very sparse, very few and far between. Welcome, everyone, to Traveling with Bruce. I've got my matching mug and my matching shirt today. I've got my caffeine-free cola going. It's all good here. And I'm ready for my Saturday show. Today's show, I'm just going to recap some of the news of the week, and then I've got trivia locked and loaded and ready to go. I hope you guys are ready for some trivia today. We'll have some fun with that. Thanks for being here. I took my day off yesterday, as some of you, I hope most of you were aware of that. I kind of forgot to mention one of the days this week, but had a lovely day off yesterday. Got a little bit of rest on for today's show, and we'll see if any videos come up over the weekend on any news announcements that are going on. Speaking of the channel and subscribers and all that good stuff, my goodness, the channel continues to pound along here. It's absolutely exciting. We are now at 27,494 subscribers. We're almost at 27,500 here. Fantabulistic. I love it. It's exciting as all get up. A whole bunch of folks keep coming into the channel. Welcome all of you who are new to the show, to my channel as a whole. If you've never been here before, we love talking about cruise ships, cruise ship vacations, cruise ship ports, cruise line news, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything else. We generally speaking love to cruise, but on this channel, my kind of habit is to not sugarcoat all the news out there that you're getting from the cruise lines. I'm not here to help the cruise lines tell you how great they are. I'm here to tell you how they're really doing and how it affects you. If you're new to cruising and you want to know about what's going on in the cruise world, you've come to the right channel, because between myself and my viewers, we love to cruise, and there's a lot of experience here on this channel to help you with any information you need to know about, from what to pack, where to park your car, how to get to a port, how to find a good deal on a cruise, etiquette, tipping, what to expect, the do's and don'ts. It just goes on and on. You probably have a million different questions about going on a cruise if you've never been on one before. Or you might have kind of forgotten some of the little things about going on a cruise if it's been a while for you. But also, if you haven't been on a cruise for, say, 10 years, oh, have things ever changed in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? Oh my gosh, it is a whole new world now. And you've come to the right place to stay on top of what's going on. I love to follow the cruise business and what's happening with the cruise lines. And like I said, I am not paid by any cruise line to be here. I'm not a travel agent. I'm not going to try to sell you a discount cruise anywhere. It's not my shtick. I give you the news, and I give you my opinion on it sometimes, and you might not agree with it, but hey, we all have our thoughts on what's going on out there. I'd love to hear from you what your thoughts are as well. It's a PG-rated show, so keep it clean. I love to welcome in who watches me on my show. What the format usually is I say my hellos. I will then go over the news of the day, and then I will say, I will give a shout out to everyone that's here. And I really love giving shout outs to brand new viewers who are only here for the first time ever, second time, third, fourth, fifth time. If you're new to my show, please say hello to me. If you don't mind, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me, first timer here from Austin, Texas, or wherever you're from. And what's your high temperature today, if you want to tell us that? What's the price of gas in your neighborhood? We'd love to know that. We compare gas prices all over the place. And if any of you want to let me know who is advertising to you when you watch my channel, what ads do you get? What companies are advertising to you? I'd love to know that stuff. That's interesting information. When I watch my own channel, I don't get ads because I'm the creator, but I like to find out sometimes who's advertising, and it's quite interesting to see that. Anyway, thank you for being here, and all of you out there who are supporters of this channel, you regulars out there, and you know who you are. Thank you for coming back time after time after time. A bunch of you just throw me a thumbs up no matter how good or bad the show is. How can I complain about that? The more thumbs ups these telecasts get, either live or my recorded shows, or this show as a rerun later tonight, tomorrow, next week, every thumbs up that you folks hand this channel makes such a difference on the analytics with YouTube. It wakes up the computers in San Francisco, tells the YouTube people, hey, you got to promote this guy. This guy, Traveling with Bruce, has got the best fans. They interact with him like crazy. You have got to get millions more people to find this guy and make him a larger channel, because the larger he gets, he can make a living. Now, this is my full-time job. I only do this full-time. I don't have another day job going. And so every view I get means something to me, and every subscriber I get means something to me. By the way, when you subscribe, if you subscribe, and please do, there's a button here. There's probably a button over here. One of those two buttons, there's a little thing, looks like a bell, a little tiny bell. It's called a bell notification icon, the bell. Hit that bell. Whether you've subscribed and you've never hit that bell, hit it now, because YouTube will ask you, the minute you hit that thing, it'll say, hey, do you want to get alerts every time Bruce does another update? Because when Bruce does an update in the middle of the night or the middle of the day, it's something it's breaking news about the cruise business. If you want that kind of information, you hit that bell notification icon. You'll be notified every time I'm going live, scheduled show or not, and every time I pop up a video out of the blue. And if you get that, you'll be alerted, and at least you'll be one of the first to know what the heck is going on out there, because sometimes I'm on top of breaking news that I get lucky and I'm one of the first sources of the info. Otherwise, you've got to hope you ever hear it from somebody else. All right, so thank you for that, everyone, for joining me, for being here, supporting my channel. Thank you for those of you who are acquiring TWB merchandise, like my T-shirts, my coffee mugs, my all kinds of stuff. I have, in some cases, some of these logos, there are like 50 items that have logos on. I have at least 40 logos available. So there's over 2,000 items you can acquire on redbubble.com, which is linked down below here in the description. Anything you buy on redbubble.com with a TWB logo on it, I get a commission. Thank you for helping my channel stay on the air. Those of you who have been kind enough and merciful enough to heed my pleas, those of you who go to Amazon.com, through the link down here below this description, right down here is a link into Amazon through my channel. If you do that, and if you buy anything on Amazon through that link first, I get a royalty on anything you acquire on Amazon. So if you're a regular shopper, or you're thinking of something special for somebody, and you remember to link through my channel to go there, oh, I cannot thank you enough. I get pennies from heaven from Amazon once in a while. Thank you. For those of you who do that, I appreciate it very much. Then again, also those of you who are kind enough to make a donation to this channel, whether it's on the air live right now through super chats or through super stickers or whatever they're called, thank you for that. And of course, my absolute gold platinum people out there, my platinum supporters who make donations to this channel through PayPal. Thank you. Just so you know, I love it when I get a super chat on the air. You know I love it. But I will tell you that when I get a super chat for, say, $1 from somebody, or $10, or whatever the amount is, 30% of that goes to YouTube as their handling fee to do the whole deal. If you send me $1 or $5 or $10 through PayPal, the donate button that I have, which is usually up in the top corner of the thing up here, I get 97% of that money. The only fee I incur is the exchange and handling fee from PayPal, and I get that money instantaneously through PayPal right into the account the same hour. Within 5 minutes, it's there. With YouTube, any super chats I get, I love them, but I only get 70%, and I only get it once a month. It's once a month they pay me. And if you made a donation today, I will get this payout in July. You make a donation on PayPal, I get the payout in 5 minutes, and I can use it anytime I want. But hey, whatever works, I cannot emphasize enough. Thank you, all of you, for your kind support of this channel, from thumbs ups to sharing my video with friends on Facebook or on Twitter or wherever you repost my videos. Thank you for that. Thank you for your comments on my show, live and recorded. And thank you for thumbs ups during the show and on recorded as well. So there you go. I cannot thank you enough. But 27,000+ of you seem to be enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm humbled by that, and I hope to keep growing the channel day after day, week after week. I'll keep working hard as hard as I can for you, staying on top of the news. Now, speaking of the news, this week there was a lot going on, and for those of you who have heard a few things, not heard everything, who don't watch every one of my live shows or don't see all of my recorded shows, I get it. I put a lot of product out there. It's pretty tough to stay on top of my channel every second minute. Let me recap some of the bigger stories of the week that have been going on this week in the cruise news. And forgive me, I'm using my notes that I usually write down for my shows so that you can understand, so I can figure out or remember what I've been talking about, and come to you with proper information. First piece of news. This was about a week ago. The CMV Columbus cruise ship, which is the Cruise Maritime Voyages Columbus cruise ship that works out of the UK for adults only. It's been having all kinds of problems. It ran aground outside of Amsterdam on May the 30th. It hit a sandbar, apparently, something like that. They called it an unknown object under the surface. And the ship was on a cruise supposed to go to Norway, to the fjords, with, I think, 1,500 passengers. And they were marooned on the sandbar. After 10 hours, they finally got it off of there. The towboats came and got it off, and they brought the ship back to Amsterdam. After 3 days of inspections and testing, they realized the ship could go no further. It needed repairs, and they needed to get everyone off the ship that had been now on the ship for 4.5 days, eating and sleeping and drinking and enjoying the pool and watching entertainment, but not going anywhere. They finally had to cancel the rest of the cruise. They made a compensation offer to all the passengers, got them back to London, England, where the cruise started from, and they canceled that cruise. They canceled the next cruise, and then they just announced this past week they canceled another cruise. And so this ship now is going to be out of commission for quite some time yet. She won't be back now until very late this month into July, because they've now identified issues below deck that need to be repaired. They brought specialists in. They've got parts on order. I don't know if they're going to do welding work where they literally will weld chunks of the ship off and replace chunks of the ship. I have no idea. It's in dry dock. It's out of the water, and they're doing work on it. It's costing them millions in cancellations and in credits and in lost opportunities, and of course reputation. It's not helping. I did a story also on the 14th of June talking about over tourism in Europe and over tourism when it comes to cruise ships. And there are cities in Europe that have got all kinds of problems with too many tourists without a single cruise ship coming around. But then there are cities on the coastlines throughout Europe and elsewhere that are having issues with too many people loving these places to death. And I listed off Dubrovnik and Venice, Barcelona. I then started naming ports that in some cases don't want as many tourists, and others it's just not fun for the tourists to go to. So I started talking about, like, Rome, for example. You go to Rome in the middle of July as a cruise ship passenger, get ready to be inundated by millions of tourists who are driving in, flying in, busing in, training in, and you sailing in for the day. Unbelievable numbers in Rome. Athens, lineups everywhere, hot, humid, desperate people begging for handouts, trying to sell you trinkets. There's all kinds of economic stress in Athens. It's not good. Amsterdam, city's already added an €8 a day tax, tourist tax on people coming in for the day. They still have millions too many coming in. They've got all kinds of problems in Athens. In Amsterdam, it's almost not worth your while going at the height of the summer to Amsterdam. Kiel, near Hamburg, they have issues. Bruges in Belgium, they've got issues. Mallorca, Spain now is talking about problems. They're having 4 and 5 cruise ships a day coming in with 15,000 people for a 6-8 hour drop in during the daylight hours, added to the hundreds of thousands and millions that are coming already by plane and ferry boat. And the locals, it's too much. They're trying to restrict passengers. There's going to be a lot of changes over the next few years in Europe, where ports at certain times of the year are just going to be overwhelmed with too many people. They just can't handle the flow. And for you as a passenger, you're not going to like it. You're going to get off a cruise ship where they're spoiling you rotten with everything they can throw at you, from drinks to specialty dining to entertainment to please enjoy your casino and have a wonderful time, going to the spa where you can be pampered. On and on it goes. You're on a floating 5-star resort, and then you get off the ship in port whatever, and it's mayhem. It is lineups. It is air pollution from diesel buses. It is taxi drivers yelling at each other, and you're in the middle of basically Manhattan when you're trying to relax and enjoy yourself. You might want to stay on the ship in some of these cases. We'll see what happens. On June the 15th, I came out with the story that the Vista was delayed leaving Galveston today due to customs enhanced security checks, and they were having problems with their engines, and it got worse and worse and worse. And finally, a couple of days ago, I brought out the announcement that Carnival finally announced on the 20th, 2 days ago, the Vista is going to be pulled out of the water for 3 full cruises because they have got an engine problem that is not solvable the way they thought they could fix it. They can't fix it. The issue here is the Vista cannot run at faster than 10, 12 knots an hour, and the ship usually can go into the mid-20s. And so she cannot go in a week the distance she needs to go to get you to certain ports of call and back to Galveston on time. So they started changing 7-day cruises and made them 8-day cruises. They took 3 ports of call, made them into 2 ports of call, and that is not going to work out very much because every cruise is now longer, starting later, ending later, starting later, ending later. Everyone's cruise is screwed up. Timing is all out the window, and Carnival has been handing out cruise credits left, right, and center, future cruise credits left, right, and center, penalty payments left, right, and center for airline change fees and everything else, and it's costing them millions, and they are losing money on the Vista. And this now has gotten to the point where the July 6th, 13th, and July 20th sailings, each which was supposed to be a week in length, they've been all canceled by Carnival. The ship will be out of service until July the 27th at the earliest. They are finishing up an 8-day cruise tomorrow. They're doing another 8-day cruise after that, and I'm not sure if there's one after that or not, and then they're out of the water until practically the end of July. This is June 22nd, so we're talking 35, 36 days from now before the ship is back in service with hopefully a repaired engine. People have been asking me, where is it going for repairs? How extensive will it be? I wish I could tell you this info. No one at Carnival is bragging about how bad off the ship is, and so they're not talking about it. They're going to keep it quiet as possible. My hunch is if it's going to go into dry dock and it's coming out of the water, it's going to go to Freeport in the Bahamas. They have Carnival owns 40-odd% of that dry dock facility over there, and they have facilities there that can easily handle the size of this ship. But they may have found another place for it to go because, after all, you're looking for emergency dry dock protection right now, and dry docks are booked up a year in advance, 2 years in advance, 3 years in advance on scheduled dry docks. So this ship had to slip in somewhere quick, and they probably had to shuffle someone out. I wouldn't be surprised if they took another Carnival ship that was going to go into dry dock, moved it off, brought this one in quick for repair, get it back in the water, and bring the other ship back in. But that means that other ship might be delayed before it comes back. I don't know the name of the ship. I don't know how long it'll be delayed. I have nothing. I can't tell you. But don't be surprised if more dominoes keep falling on this entire Vista engine fiasco. Unbelievable. Anyway, there you go. That's what's happening out there. Other news, Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands, there is a big discussion going on, let's say, to be polite about it. There's a serious discussion going on in the Cayman Islands between residents of the island, expatriates who work on the island, business interests on the island, and politicians that are sort of trying to make everybody happy all the time, but sometimes they can't do it. And the discussion on the Cayman Islands has been now for a couple of years, and it's really heating up. What are we going to do about our port downtown in downtown Georgetown, the port that handles all our container traffic, that brings in all the groceries, all the toilet paper, all the Kleenex, all the pop, all our booze, it brings in all of our clothing, it brings in all our cars, it brings in our car parts, it brings in our buses, it brings in our spare parts for everything, it brings in sewer pipe, anything you need to build a country comes in by ship into downtown Georgetown on containers, and it runs sometimes 7 days a week. On top of that, the downtown port also caters to cruise ship tourists. And the government of the Cayman Islands, for whatever reason, has had it in their mind for the last number of years, and it's possible that the government of the Cayman Islands, the present-day politicians who are running the government of the Cayman Islands, the parliament, it could well be that their major donors, the biggest donors that they have for their own personal re-election campaign, could well be strong local business interest people that are addicted to cruise ship passenger tour business and everything else. The island does very well, by the way, with tourists that fly into the Owen Roberts Airport, hang out for a few days, a week, or several weeks. Some folks come in for months at a time because they own a property in the Cayman Islands. They've got that kind of money, and they'll spend the entire winter down there, 4, 5, 6 months at a time, and enjoy the lifestyle. They own a car down there or two. They own a boat down there. They spend big money. But the folks who come in for a week at a time will pop into the Hyatt Regency Hotel for a week, or the Westin right on the beach, or the Ritz-Carlton for a week at $1,000 a night, plus meals, plus car rental, plus golfing, plus chartering a boat for deep sea fishing, and drop 20 grand in a week, no problemo. There's a lot of that, a lot of that. But the island, for whatever reason, has decided also to go after the 6 to 8 hour tourist from cruise ships. These tourists, of which I have been one, I used to live on the island, I used to see them come and go. These tourists are not spending the kind of money on a per person basis that the folks spending money in the hotels are spending. Those who come down for a 1 or 2 week holiday at the West End, they're dropping 10 or 20 or 30 grand in a week or 2 or 3. They're outspending cruise ship passengers by the score. But for whatever reason, the island has decided, let's do it all. Let's get everything. And they've been allowing cruise ships to dock or park just offshore about a quarter mile and tender passengers in on their tenders, or the island provides tenders as well. They have tender operators that are running these little boats to the ships and back, and get the passengers on the shore, on the tours, and away we go. The problem with that, of course, is the reliability on a windy day. There are days where in the Cayman Islands it's too windy to do tendering, and so ships will bypass the Caymans entirely because we cannot get you safely to shore or back, because we cannot bring our cruise ship right to the dock. We can't go to the pier. The water is not deep enough. We are way too deep for that. And so we have to leave it behind. And there are people out there over the years, thousands, who wanted to go to the Caymans and couldn't because their ship could not visit the island. The politicians have thought, well, one solution to that, and the business interests who make all the money from this business are saying, well, why don't we build a great big dock facility that can handle Oasis-class ships with 6,500 passengers and more? Why don't we bring in a dock facility like that? We'll build that, and we can now deliver visits virtually every day of the year. There might only be 1 day or 2 days a year where that won't happen, because if it's really severe, it's severe. But wow, this would be fantastic for the stability of our cruise ship business interests. The islanders are going, whoa, hold it a minute, wait a second here. We've only got 32,000 people living in the entire island, the so-called Big Island. The Big Island is 20 miles wide, long by 12 miles high. It looks like a letter L. You're talking right now, you're already bringing in on a typical day 15,000 passengers a day now, and the Oasis-class ships aren't coming here. You start bringing in these Oasis-class ships, and you bring in the Norwegian Bliss on top of that, the Norwegian Joy on top of that. You bring in on top of that some of the big Carnival Horizon ships. We could literally have in 1 day enough ships here that are docking and tendering still. We could have 25,000 passengers a day coming onto an island of 32,000 people. Are you out of your minds, you guys? Have you lost it? We can't handle that. We don't have the traffic capability of handling that. We don't have enough people to work these jobs, which are part-time jobs at best, because the people come in at 9 in the morning, they're gone at 4 in the afternoon. We are talking about a nightmare of congestion in downtown Georgetown. Just because you could build a port facility doesn't mean you can handle 25,000 human beings downtown. How are we going to get them in and out of there? And what about everyone that is already complaining about the traffic problems the island has? Because as wealthy as the island is, everyone's got a car. We got us a problem. Anyway, there's going to be, I think, a plebiscite. There's going to be a national referendum. A plebiscite has been held, actually. Plebiscite is where you sign your name against it. They got 25% of all registered voters to sign the plebiscite. That plebiscite is now being verified by the elections office, which is run by the governor. And if that is proven to be accurate, that 25% of the electorate minimum have voted or have written a petition, signed a petition to have a referendum, they must hold a referendum. The government was really pushing to get this through. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. The residents are going, whoa, hold it a second. We're not so sure we want that. Maybe 1% of the island's people are going to benefit from this economically because they're in the business. The other 99% of us are going to have to tolerate the mayhem caused by these numbers of people. Let's back off. And why don't we keep doing what we're doing at worst? Or maybe we restrict the number of ships coming in, period, and bring it back down to 10,000 people a day maximum at any one time. Sound familiar with like Dubrovnik and Venice and other ports? Well, we'll find out what happens. This plebiscite is being verified right now. We should know in the next week or two if it's good to go. Then we'll follow the referendum. News of the week on Traveling with Bruce. That is the deal. The other news of the week, appeal filed by the group who are against the settlement between Carnival and the United States government. Carnival Corporation made a deal with prosecutors for violating their court order, their guilty plea from 2016, when Carnival paid a $40 million environmental fine. They've paid an additional $20 million right now for additional violations and have agreed to make big changes. A group has decided to step forward and sue or challenge the court on this so-called agreement to say, no, 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 let's toss that out. We want to be heard. We've been harmed in Alaska. We've been harmed in the Florida area. We've been harmed in the Bahamas areas. We want a stricter, much greater penalty levied against Carnival. Well, on the one hand, you could say, well, that's great. Make those buggers pay. Make those buggers pay. But that means you pay. Because if Carnival has to cough up $100 million, they're going to have to raise $80 million more from earnings to pay for it, and that means they're going to keep jacking up their daily tipping rates and their cost of cruising. And it's not the Carnival Cruise Line alone that we're talking about. We're talking about Holland America, Princess, P&O, Cunard. We're talking about Costa Cruises. We're talking about 9 different cruise lines that all will have to be bringing in top dollar to pay these fines that go to the U.S. government treasury. Does it make the environment any cleaner? No, it just makes a corporate abuser pay more. Some people have no mercy for these guys. I get it. I would rather they concentrate more on the cleanup than on fines, but that's another matter. Anyway, that was news of the week on that point. Any more news? Oh, one last thing. The Panama Canal is going to increase their fees for ships to go through the Panama Canal. The Panama Canal wants to increase fees starting in 2020, and in order to bring through a passenger ship that can handle between 3,000 and 4,000 passengers, it will cost the cruise line $452,849 to bring through a ship one way, plus a reservation fee of at least $35,000 on top of that to reserve your time slot, because after all, cruise ships are on a schedule, you know. If you've got a ship between 4,000 and 5,000 passengers, like the Norwegian Bliss or the Norwegian Joy, we're talking a fee of $623,164 one way, plus a reservation fee of $35,000. We come out to approximately $150 a passenger in expenses to come through the Panama Canal. So if you're booking a Panama Canal cruise and the cruise line says, oh, we're charging you $1,499 for the 14-day fare, you're going, wonderful. It's 14 bucks a day in tips. Wonderful. Specialty 90s extra. You're saying wonderful. Drinks are extra. You're saying great. Oh, and the taxes and fees additionally with all the stops before the Panama Canal and after the Panama Canal and including the Panama Canal, $450 for taxes and fees, you better say wonderful. Otherwise, you're not going, because that $150 is buried into the taxes and fees portion of the show, so that cruise line can hand over 623 grand to the Panamanian government. That's your money for the right to go through the Panama Canal. 12% of the entire GDP of Panama comes from fees levied at the Panama Canal for every single vessel going through: cargo vessel, sailboat, private yacht, and cruise ship. They all pay depending on their size, their weight, and how many people are on board, how many containers they have, on and on it goes. It's quite complicated, but it's complicated in a very lucrative kind of way for the Panama government. And yet it's cheaper to put a cruise ship or a container ship through the Panama Canal than go through and underneath the tip of South America. It's faster and it's cheaper, and it's better for the environment because you're not burning all that fuel to go all the way down and come all the way back. And there you go. That is the news recap of the week. I want to get to trivia with you guys. I don't want to do any more news trivia here. I want to play some trivia. I hope you guys do too. I want to say hi to who is here. If you are watching me for the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, say hi to me. Tell me where you are watching me from. What's your high temperature today? I want to give you a shout out. Bobby Green is already here. I want to say hi to everybody and get on to trivia immediately. So as fast as I can go, I'm going to say hi to everybody. I've got Bobby Green here. Welcome, my friend. But Tom Henry is here. Ed Tolson. Tom Henry, Ed Tolson. Who else have I got here? Sylvan Forrest is here. Margaret Lewis. Hello, Margaret. I've got Vivian from the United Kingdom. John LeBeau is here. I've got, who else do I see here? Zach Tube is here. How you doing, buddy? Tracy Dunlap. Hello there. She's in Naples, where it's 92 degrees, 105 degrees with humidity. Unbelievable heat index. Very hot. Very unbearable. Welcome, Tracy. She says she's got people putting a new roof on her house. She doesn't know how they can do it. There's only one way they can do it. They're young. They're young and strong. Linda Lou is here saying trivia. Yay, welcome. Cristobal Cardona is here. 90 and sunny in Puerto Rico. Welcome, Cristobal, to the show. Shawanas Creative Circle is here. Welcome. Scott Weber is here. Margaret Harmon is here. Mark Mesner. Who else have I got? Lawrence Qualter. Larry, Peekskill, New York. That's where I'm Larry, and I'm from Peekskill, New York. And I'm sticking to it. I approve this message. Welcome, Lawrence. Welcome, Larry. Glad you're here. SFL Spotter is here. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Susan R. is in the house from Virginia. It's humid, but she's here. Welcome, darling. Who have I got here? Susanna Hanna. I love that name. I finally made a live chat. Susanna Hanna. You're here, and you're here for trivia. Fantastic. Welcome. Jim on the Water is in the house. Welcome, buddy. Getting ready for another round of Scary Thunderstorm. Hang in there, Jim, and get ready for trivia. Who else have I got? Ed Tolson from New York. Bobby Furrode is here. Hello, Claremont, Florida. Gas $2.34 a gallon. I wish it was that cheap here. Beautiful. Welcome, sir. Or ma'am. Bobby, I think it's a female. Hi, Bobby. Welcome, darling. Who else have I got here? Stitch D. Welcome. Just Casper Mattress just did an ad. Thank you, Stitch, for letting me know. Steve Mahan, 2 to 3 cruises a year. First-time viewer from Long Island, New York. It's 79 Fahrenheit. Gas $2.69 a gallon. Steve Mahan from Long Island. Welcome, sir, to the show, the channel. I hope you've subscribed. Hope you hit the bell notification icon. I'm glad you're here. I hope all of you have done the same thing. Thank you for being here. Who else is here? Keith Fletcher is here. New viewer, Fletcher from Detroit. Right on, Fletcher. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to my show and channel. Mr. Narwixel, hello from Northern New York. I hope I pronounced that right, Mr. N. Welcome, Mr. N from New York, Northern New York. Wonderful, wonderful. Mosey 66, hello again from Pittsburgh, California. Second time here. Oh my God, gas $3.89 a gallon last night. Unbelievable. Going up to 96 today. That's expensive for gas, even though it's been backing off. But we've had price increases lately with the nonsense going on in the Strait of Hormuz. Unbelievable. Welcome back, everyone. Margaret Harmon, watching from San Antonio, Texas. Beautiful people in San Antonio. Welcome back. Craig Hoy is here from New Jersey, the Garden State. 79 degrees, $2.65 a gallon, regular gas. Welcome, Craig. I'm so glad you're here, too. Who else have I got here? Susanna saying Tulsa, Oklahoma, $2.19 a gallon. The deal of the country, isn't it? Wow, $2.19 a gallon, the cheapest price in America. Wow, that is good. Your gas is very low. Mine's around $3, says Mr. N. Unbelievable. Sylvan Forrest is in the house. Hi, Bruce and everybody. 94 in Delray Beach. It's sunny. It's damp. Panera ad just ran on your channel. Please hit the thumbs up for Bruce. Subscribe to Bruce. Hit the notifications for Bruce. Spare ribs and dirty rice for dinner with date squares for dessert. Giddy Giddy up. Nice stuff, Sylvan. Welcome. Peter Heckema is also in the house. Happy Saturday, Bruce, and everybody. It's a humid 92-degree day in Tarpon Springs, Florida today. Gas has gone down to $2.27, which is surprising because what's happening in the Middle East. It is surprising. We're still at a $1.40 a liter in Creston. We're still pushing close to $4 US a gallon. It's insane. Who else have I got here? By the way, thumbs ups. I got 47 now. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. Getting ready for trivia here. Craig Hoy, I have 2 cruises in September, Carnival Horizon and Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas. Should be darn good. Should be very good. I'd love to hear about how those go for you. Let us in on that. Join me on my Facebook group page called Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's right there. Traveling with Bruce on the Facebook group page. And join that group right away. Ask to join. I'm the administrator. I'll let you in. And post photos of your favorite cruise ships, your favorite cruises, holidays you've been on with cruising. Any questions about cruising you want answers to, use that site as well, that group page on Facebook. We will help you out if you need help or love to share your thoughts and your memories. That would be great. Thank you, everybody. Keith Fletcher, it's about 78 and gas is $2.47 a gallon in Detroit. Right on, Fletch. Kevin Burgess, hello from Lehi, Utah. 65 today, gas $2.96. What a difference in price, eh? 50 cents. Welcome, Kevin. Robert Jones, very boring to you. You talk too much. You don't give enough information. You promote yourself. You're just always for you, Bruce. You don't do anything for the viewer. You're crap. You're boring. I hate you. You should die. Why are you even on the air? You're totally useless. You don't entertain anybody. You don't do a damn thing. Why are you even on the air? Why am I watching this show? Thank you so much, Robert Jones, for your honest and thoughtful opinion. I hope you subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon. Get yourself some T-shirts. Write something on it with your own magic marker. Tell everybody how bad I am. I need all the support I can get. Thank you, Robert, for being here. Who else is here? Mosey66. Hi, Linda Lou. I live in the Stade area of Reno, Nevada, for a few years. It's a beautiful country. Definitely kissed by God. It's pretty up there. It certainly is, Mosey66. Margaret Harmon. It's hot here in San Antonio. I bet you it is. Trey Conley. Hey, Bruce. First and currently last ship we were on was the Carnival Glory. October 2011, New England, Canada run. Been watching vlogs and updates of favorite channels since January. Welcome to my channel, and I hope I'm not boring you. I hope I'm not making you angry. I hope I'm not giving you too little information. Thank you for being here. I love it. Fatima McCoy is in the house. Good afternoon, Bruce. Finally cleaning up my room while listening to you. Love you, love you. Thank you, Fatima. Wendy Thompson, hi all. It's a beautiful sunny day in Ocala, Florida. Welcome to Wendy from beautiful Ocala. Roger Hyam, what is that? Port Aransas, Texas. Is that how you say it? On Mustang Island at 84 degrees and humid. Welcome, Roger, to my show. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope I'm not boring you to death. Get ready for trivia, buddy, because I'm lining it up for trivia. We're ready to go here. Who else is here? SFL Spotter is here. Tom Henry, my buddy from Richmond, is in the house. Wendy Thompson saying hi to everybody. Who else have we got? Susan R. I cannot find the donate button. Can anyone help? Susan R. It should be at the top of my homepage, or if you go to the About section where it says About, click on that. You'll see all the links. One of them is a PayPal link, just so you know. All right. Thank you for considering making a donation to my channel, let alone doing one. That's awesome, you guys. Robert Jones, and some of us like chat, but almost all chat. Have a great day, Bruce. Go away, Bruce. You suck. Thanks, Robert. Love you. Love you. Love you, buddy. Oh, yeah. You try and do this. Go ahead. Cool Jazz. Hello, Tom Henry. BBC is here saying hi, everybody. Linda Lou, hi, cool. Greg Hoy, Susan, bottom right on the screen. It's a $ icon. That's the super chat. Or the donate button is PayPal with the little round thing up at the very top on my homepage or in the About section. It might even be on the description below. I don't know. It's everywhere, but you got to find it. Okay, who we got here? Maria is here. Welcome, darling. Brittany Lockwood is here. Welcome, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. Mom and I just got through some stuff. Welcome for you guys. Only she's here, though. That's okay. Fatima, can you tell me, do any of the cruise ships have screened-in balconies? People with autism. Oh, that's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think screened balconies would work very well from a wear and tear point of view. But the Celebrity Edge has a kind of a balcony that has a foldable window where you can just have the top end open only, or you can close the entire off. But each ship is its own unique design. But I've never heard of a cruise ship with a screened-in window. I don't know of one. Anyway, I don't know. Just what unless someone else knows anything, please let us know. Anyone can answer this question, please let us know. Let's go here. Jeff Sume is here. Hi, Jeff. How you doing? Let's get on to the bottom of this show here. I want to get going. Jeff FM72 just got back today from my 7-day cruise on the MSC Seaside. I hope you enjoyed it, Jeff. I hope it was good. I've been hearing much better things about the Seaside lately than I did a year ago. It was good, but MSC has started to nickel and dime you for everything, but overall it was a good cruise. Interesting, Jeff, about that. I just saw your second comment there. Brittany Lockwood, let's give Bruce a thumbs up. We got 48 of them. Thank you. I got 2 down. I know who gave me one of them. I know one of those guys. Sylvan, great idea, Brittany. That's a great idea. Give Bruce thumbs up. Laura Oder, Laura is here, 81 in Albuquerque, and gas is $2.29 a gallon. Welcome, Linda, to my show. Magnet and T-shirts business is booming on the island, says Susan R. Wendy Thompson, anyone know how long U.S. passports are taking to get back after you send in passport form back? We sent the granddaughter and her money, and she gets it sent in next week. It's been delayed. I think they're up to 2 to 3 months in delays, unless you pay the extra money for a fast service, which is 2 to 3 weeks. The U.S. passport department are understaffed, overworked. Trump cut funding by 14%. They are in big trouble. Yet you pay for the service. Here's the kicker. You're paying to get your passport to the U.S. government. Trump cut the budget by 14% for your passport department, and now you're waiting up to 2 months. Some are waiting up to 4 months to get a passport from your government. Wow, unbelievable. This guy used to be a businessman, I was told, and it's not how you do business. That's not how you do business at all. Let's see here, Sylvan. I've had 2 cruises where we skipped the Cayman Islands because of weather and waves. Bummer and Charlesbut. I like Georgetown. Wendy Thompson, I want to take her on her first cruise. I hope you get that back in time. I really do. Zach, I've been to Grand Cayman once, says Zach. Busy, kind of. Let's see here. How is Adventure of the Seas since it was refurbished? Laura wants to know. We went on her a long time ago, but we're sailing on her in 2 weeks. Anybody know? How is the Adventure of the Seas looking? If it's been refurbished recently, it should be just fine. Should be very good. Let's see. Margaret Lewis, another paved paradise and put up a parking lot. She's going, there you go. Let's see. Sylvan says, Laura, never worry about boarding a Royal Caribbean ship. Don't ever worry about it. Just go. You'll have a great time. There's some advice there from someone who knows. Let's go here. Verna Benz. Mine only took 3 weeks to get my passport back. Sylvia's here. Hey, everybody from Greensboro. Laura, hi, Bruce. This is my second time from Albuquerque. Lori, I'm glad you're here. Maria, it's 90 in Orlando right now. David Oricott, 89 in Maryland. Welcome. Norman Duarte. Hello, Norman. 70 and cutting the lawn. Jack Miller, interesting news. Sylvia, hey there, everybody. Sandra Aldrich, hello. Jay Aldrich from East Tennessee and Knoxville, raining again. Welcome, welcome. Norman, thumbs up for everybody. 51 thumbs ups now. 2 down, and I know who gave me one of those. Scott Weber, hi, Linda Lou and everybody. Angela A, hello, Bruce, saying hi from Tampa. Who else have we got here? It's 93, feels like a temperature of 110, says Brittany. Bobby Ford, keep us updated on the itinerary changes for Dominican Republic and continued American deaths. We'll do the best I can, Bobby, on what I know when I know it. Thought this was a super chat button. Susan R. Thanks, Greg. Thought this was a super chat button. I have no idea. Susan, what do you mean? Let's go. I don't have Facebook. Sylvia says, Linda Lube, I like all men. Okay. Tom, gas is supposed to go up here due to Philly refinery explosion. Yeah, bad news. Brittany says, my dinner tonight will be leftovers from lunch. That's how I'm having a dinner. Pample Moose, hi, Bruce and everybody. Linda Lou, eat some lunch for me. I'm starving. Hit the thumbs up, Susan says. Steve Meehan, should have mentioned I worked every other week for 2 years in Regina, Saskatchewan in the late 80s. Steve, welcome back to the show. Welcome here. Glad to have you, buddy. Jack Miller, 103 cruises, mostly celebrity and Royal Caribbean. I'm a first-timer. Jack, welcome to the show and the channel. I hope you're finding it interesting and enjoyable. Some don't. What can I say? Margaret, the Facebook page is great fun. Lots of info. Sylvan, I'm partial to Himalayan pink salt or Fleur Diesel from France. Ooh, sounds nice. Let's go. Let's go. Brittany, Bruce, you do a ton for us viewers. Do not let the negative comments bother you because you are amazing. I don't. I just don't. It's just the way it is. Let's go. Who else have I got here? Who have I got? Going for more names that I don't see. Oh, Aaron Pryor, first-time viewer from Panama and New York. Aaron, welcome back. Welcome to the show. Hope you're here for the first time. This is great. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to do trivia real soon. I promise. I can't wait to get this going. Sylvia is in the house. Welcome. Who else have I got here? Look at the comments. Cool Jazz is in the house. Welcome. Guts and Glory Texas is here. Welcome, Guts and Glory from Texas. Tom Henry, no idea. Guts and Glory, we now have a choice on gas. We can buy gas with 10% ethanol or ethanol free. Interesting. And let's go here. Margaret Lewis, been to Cayman twice. Went to hell and played with the stingrays. Nothing like having one sit on your head. That's true. Rita Lockett, 79 here in Memphis, Tennessee after a big storm. Welcome, Rita. And Chili Falls, sorry I'm late. We'll have to watch the replay. Maria, they should not watch if they don't like you. And Susan R., welcome, Jack and Eric. Well, you know, what can I say? If they don't like you, they don't like it. Okay, we've caught up to you guys. You know what that means? That means it's time for trivia, and it's time for trivia right now. I want to get on with this, so let me load up my big-ass iPad and get the trivia questions loaded up, and we'll get going. I have a music trivia today. That's coming up shortly. And I got a few others here. I will do some trivia here. We'll have some fun and get on with it. The deal is this. If you've never been here for trivia before, it's real simple. I'll ask a question. The question will have multiple correct answers. Multiple correct answers. When you answer, send me only one answer at a time when you send me an answer. So if you know 3 or 4 answers, don't be typing, I'll only read the first answer and throw the rest away. Just send me one answer each time you send me a message so that everybody gets a shot at getting into this thing. And if you guys need hints, I'll give you hints, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about the first one. Let's do the first quiz right here, right now. Double checking here, making sure I got all my comments here. All right. Oh, let's see. We had Rita. We got Tom. We got Chili. Susan R. is here. Sylvia. Cool. I'll be there in tacos tonight. Angela M. Autism on the seas is a problem that helps people with autistic family members travel on cruise ships. Margaret Lewis. Where's the brain? She's wondering. Brittany. I am munching on some light and tasty tortilla chips. I'm ready to go. Right on. Fantastic. Cool Jazz. Never mind. All right. Let's go with trivia right now. The first trivia question of the day is this. Can you name the U.S. cities that have lost at least 50,000 residents from 1970 till 2010? What cities are losing people, the big losers? To get on this list, there are 23 on this list. To make it, you had to lose 197. No, you had to lose 52,000 at least to make this list. Tell me the cities that are losing people, the top 23 U.S. cities that are losing people in the last 40 years from 1970 to 2010. Sheila is coming in with D.C., Detroit, Washington, D.C., and she's correct. The city of Washington, D.C. has lost 154,000 people in 40 years, and that would put it in the top 10 of America. Tom Henry, Detroit is a loser, and they are number one loser. 797,000 people have left Detroit, Michigan in 40 years. Think about that. 800,000 have left. Wow, that is decay. Maria, Chicago, 671,000 left in 40 years out of Chicago. Guess where they're going? The burbs, or they're heading south, or they're heading southwest, aren't they? Sheila, Miami. Is Miami a loser of 50,000 people or more? No, not at all. Cool Jazz, New York City. What about New York City, Bruce? Nope, New York is not losing people. Cleveland, Scott Weber, Cleveland, the number 4 city, losing 354,000 people. Susan R. Philadelphia, number 3 city, 422,000 people have left Philly. Memphis, Rita is wondering about Memphis. I don't think so. It's not a loser. I think it's a gainer. Cleveland, Linda Lou is wondering. We've got Cleveland. El Paso, I don't think so. El Paso is a winner. It's growing leaps and bounds, Susan. New Orleans, yes, New Orleans lost 249,000 people in the 40 years. The hurricane didn't help with the future of New Orleans for the next at least another 10 years. It's a mess. Detroit, we've done. Akron, Ohio. Akron, Ohio lost 76,000 people. They're now at, they used to be at 275 in 1970. Now they're at 270 or 200,000. That is a big chunk of the population leaving town. Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan lost 90,000 up until 2010 before the water crisis. How many have they lost since? 193,000 in 1970. They've lost 90,000. Almost half have left Flint in that time frame. Unbelievable. This is America. This is America. How does that happen? Toledo, Ohio, 96,000 left in Ohio, down from 383,000 down 96,000. Almost 100,000 have left Toledo. Roger saying ready. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, lost 214,000 people from 520,000 to 306,000. The metropolitan area is doing just fine, but the city itself lost a third at least of their population, almost half. Flint, Michigan, we've done. And New Orleans, we've done. Newark, New Jersey. Newark lost 105,000 people from 382 to 282, approximately, about 100,000 gone. Baltimore in Maryland, 284,000 people are gone from 905 down to about 615, 284,000 people left Baltimore. Jacksonville, I don't think so. No, they're not leaving Jacksonville. New York, no. Syracuse, New York. David is wondering about Syracuse. And in Syracuse, we are just on the list. It's the 23rd city on this list. 52,000 population lost from 197 to 145. Syracuse took a hit. Chicago lost 671,000 people from 3.3 million back. Minneapolis is not on this list. Buffalo is on this list. 201,000 people left the city of Buffalo from 462 to 261 in 40 years. That is 45% of the population gone in Buffalo. Detroit, we've done. Cincinnati, Ohio, lost 119,000 people. A quarter of the city left town from 452 to 330. Los Angeles, LA does not make the list of losers. Dayton, Ohio is a loser from 243,000 to 140,000. Lost 102,000 people, over 45% of the population. Pittsburgh, we did. Maria, yep, we left Chicago, moved to Orlando. There you go. Pittsburgh done. Boston, the city of Boston, not a loser. Providence, Rhode Island, not a loser. Pittsburgh, we did. Ottumwa, Iowa, not a loser on this list. Boston, no. Austin, no. That's growing city. Gary, Indiana, yep, down 95,000 people from 175 to 80,000. More than half have left Gary, Indiana. Unbelievable. Robert, hi, Bruce. Robert from Virginia. Like your show. Thank you, Robert Reschke. Appreciate you being here. There's another Robert that hates me. I'm sorry. Brittany, Houston. No, they're not a loser. Indianapolis, maybe. Not a loser. Sorry, Tom. San Jose, California is not losing people. They're not losing people. Birmingham, Alabama. Yeah, they are at lost 72,000 from 300,000 to 230,000. They've lost about 30% of the population in Birmingham. Portland, Maine. Portland, Maine is not on the list of losers. LA, no. Toledo, we've done. Savannah, Georgia. No, not on the list. Seattle, not on the list. In Connecticut, too much tax in the state. That's probably Connecticut. Brittany, Atlanta is not on the loser list. Newark, we did. Oakland, that's not losing. Buffalo, we did. Richmond, Virginia, not on the list. St. Louis, yes. St. Louis, Missouri, 302,000 people have left St. Louis, Missouri in 40 years, from 622,000 to 320,000. Virtually half of the population of St. Louis, gone. The state cannot hold its residents. Problems in Missouri. Kansas City, not a loser. Rochester, New York, yes. 85,000 lost from 296 to 210. 40% of the population of Rochester, gonzo. Youngstown, Ohio, yes. 73,000 lost from 139 to about 65,000. More than half the city has left town. It is sad. 2 cities left to go. Indianapolis, Bakersfield, no can do Bakersfield. LA, San Diego, no. Watts, no. Cleveland, we've done. We've got St. Louis here. Montgomery, Jacksonville, none of those. New Orleans, Mobile, Stockton, Tacoma, Newport, Saginaw, Louisville, and Oklahoma. No, none of those cities. I'm looking for a city in Wisconsin. One city in Wisconsin, and I'm looking for a city in Virginia. a city in Virginia, and a city in Wisconsin that are the last two to have lost population to make the top 23 of the loser list. St. Louis folks left because they never won the Stanley Cup. They'll be back now. There you go, Cool Jazz. They're coming back in droves. Zach Tube, Seattle. Seattle's growing, people. Booming in Seattle, despite what you think with Boeing. Milwaukee, Linda Lou, you are correct. Milwaukee lost 122,000 people in 40 years, from 717,000 to 590-odd thousand. But the suburbs of Milwaukee, I think, are where they've gone to. They're fine otherwise. And I've got one city left in Virginia. And it's Sheila giving it to me. It's Norfolk, Virginia. Sheila, you're right. 65,000 have left Norfolk, Virginia. We've gone from 307,000 to 240,000 over the 40 years. And so that's about a 20% population drop. There you go. Those are the cities which have had the biggest drop in population. We start with Detroit, Chicago, Philadelphia, Cleveland, St. Louis, Baltimore, New Orleans, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Washington, D.C., Milwaukee, Cincinnati, Newark, Dayton, Toledo, Gary, Flint, Rochester, Akron, Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, Birmingham, Alabama, Norfolk, and Syracuse, New York. Those are the cities that have lost the most population. Quiz number 1 is done. We're moving on to quiz number 2, and I'm getting ready for music trivia. Hope you're ready for this one. Tell me the countries of the world that have the most airports with paved runways. What countries of the world have the most airports with paved runways? To make this top 30, you got to have at least 80 airports in your country. What are they? What countries have the most paved airports in the world? Cheers to everyone from Traveling with Bruce, from the TWB family here in Creston, BC. Thank you for 55 thumbs ups and welcome to the show. I'm all glad you're here. Scott Weber, you got it. Rust Belt towns, you know it. Zach Tube, the country of France. Yes, number 9 in the world. They have 363 with all of their territories factored in. The United States, number 1, absolutely. The USA, the country of the United States, 5,204 airports, 5,204 airports in the USA. Where are they all? 5,204. Think about that. America, 5,204 airports, 48 states on the lower mainland. You got Alaska, Hawaii, and all the territories like Guam and Puerto Rico. 5,204 airports. Think about how many employees work at these airports, how many planes come and go. It's incredible. Is it any wonder the United States is the economic miracle of the planet? It's awesome. Sheila's thinking DC. I need countries. Zach Tube, what about Germany, Bruce, for airports with paved runways? Number 6 in the world, 330. Germany is like the state of Texas. 330 in that area. Can you imagine? 60 million people live in Germany, the size of Texas. That is tight. Lots of airports. Unbelievable. And a very progressive country, doing very well economically. Brittany, Maria, the USA. Zach, USA. DJ, China, Bruce. China. Yep, China number 5 in the world at 428 airports. Brittany, Canada, number 4 in the world with 515. Now think about that. Canada has 1/10 the population of America, the United States. If you multiply the Canada number by 10, you equal the American number. Canada and the USA have just as many airports by the number of people living in their country on a per capita basis. And of course, Canada, good standard of living. What can I say? We're doing all right. We're trying to get by. Ed Tolleson, USA. Scott Weber, the United Kingdom. Oh yeah, number 8 in the world at 335 airports and its territories. Brittany, Australia, Bruce. Yes, a country with only 25 million people, 328 airports. More than United Kingdom with 60 plus million people, more than France with 60 plus million people, Australia, 328. They only have 2 airports fewer than Germany with 65 million people. So Australia has a lot of airports, a ton of them. Angela had the USA. Nina's thinking Heathrow. That's a nice airport, but I need countries that have the most airports. Germany from Scott, thank you. Brittany had the UK. Sheila, Japan, Bruce. Japan. They have 144 airports, the 17th most in the world. Russia, Ed Tolleson, yep, number 3 in the world, 595 airports for a country of 220 million people. They're 3rd highest on the planet. David had Canada. Brittany had Spain. España, They've got 95 airports in Spain, a state the size of, Arizona? Yes, 95 airports, 25th place in the world. Nova Scotia, that's a nice province, but I need countries. Ed Tolson, China, we've done. Same with Brittany, China. Scott had Japan, so did Brittany. Scott had China. Ed Tolson, what about India, the one of the second most populous country in the planet? They are in 10th place. They have 250 airports in China, in India, 10th place. Germany, we have. Mexico just came in 11th place with 246 airports for 80 million people. Brittany, South Africa, 16th place, 148 airports. Russia, we got. USA, we got. That's right, cool, Jazz. Any airport should be paved unless you're running a drug operation. That's why I'm asking for paved airports. That's right. Brittany, Germany, we've done. Argentina, Tom Henry, Argentina, 14th place in the world, 156 airports. Brazil, Tom Henry, that's the number 2 country in the world for airports, 721. America, number 1, 5,200. Second place, Brazil, 721. Third place, Russia, 595. Fourth place, Canada, 515. America is all by itself with how many airports they have. It is incredible. Zach Tube had Mexico. Brittany had Brazil. David had China. Roger, USA. Brittany, Italy. Nina, France. We've got all these already. Many are small municipal airports in the USA. Yes, Scott, but there are also regionals and everything else. It shows you how wealthy America is. Sheila, Singapore. It's a city-state. They don't have 80 or more airports. They don't make this list. They got a beautiful airport, a beauty, the world's best. They don't have more than 80 there. Japan, we did. Africa is only a continent. Malaysia, the country of Malaysia, is not on the top 30 here. Who else we got? Greece. Susan R. is thinking Greece. The country of Greece, not in the top 30. Australia, we did. Let's see. UK, we did. Russia, we did. Germany needed runways for all the World War II blitzes. That's true. So did the UK. So did Russia. So did France and many others. Moving on, look at the Arctic. It's the only way to get around. Zach Tube, London, Asia. Okay, South America. I need countries, not continents. Egypt. The country of Egypt is not on the top 30 list. Ireland is not on the top 30 list either. They don't have 80 airports there. Saudi Arabia is number 30. They've got 80 airports in Saudi Arabia. They got the money to build them. Poland is here. Poland, yes, number 28 in the world, 84 airports in Poland. Mexico, Turkey just got guessed here. Turkey, yep, 26th place, 90 airports. Israel don't not have 80 airports. Too small. Iceland, not 80 or more. Switzerland, not 80 or more. New Zealand, the Kiwis do not have at least 80 airports. Iran, David Orcutt, Iran does. They have 133 airports, 18th place. Peru is not on the list. Colombia with paved runways, 116 airports in Colombia with paved runways. Chile, the country of Chile, 29th place, 81 airports. Indonesia, 13th place, 164 airports. Italy, we done. Philippines, we're knocking them off. 27th place, 85 airports. Argentina, we've done. And UAE does not have 80. Morocco does not have 80 or more. Ukraine has 189 airports, 12th place in the world. Sweden, 15th place, 152 airports. Nigeria, no. Papua New Guinea, no. Someone said Italy earlier. We're 23rd place, 101 of them. South Korea, Ghana, no and no. Let's go here. Sheila, Bangladesh, no. Looking for 2 countries in South America at least. Looking for maybe a European country here and one right beside India. I'm going to give away the European country. It's Bulgaria, 132 airports, 19th place. I need 2 South American countries, one with the letter V, one with the letter E. I need a country beside India with the letter P. And it's Angela that's giving me Pakistan. Thank you. 24th place, 98 airports. And I've got Norway, Iraq, Guyana coming in here. Any more guesses yet? No. 2 countries, South America, one with the letter V, one with the letter E. And those are the last 2 countries I need to finish this quiz. We have Bolivia coming in. We got Brazil coming in. The letter V, the letter E. Venezuela, Brittany, you got it. Venezuela, 131 airports. as hard up as they are. They're in 20th place in the world. They got to get their act together. And Ecuador, thank you. That is the last one. Ecuador, 22nd place, 103 airports. We have done this quiz. We are ready to go. I'm ready for music trivia. I hope you are too. I'm getting fired up here. We're going to music trivia right here, right now. And here is today's music trivia question of the day. Can you tell me the 1970s one-hit wonders? 1970 one-hit wonders. Here we go. I need the artist. Let me give you the first song. 1970, Love Grows Where My Rosemary Grows. What is the name of the artist who did that song? We've got we've got Venice, the song Venus. The song Venus in 1970. Who did that song? 1970, we've got the song Mississippi Queen. Do you know what I mean? Who did that song in 1970? It's not Tiny Tim. I'm looking for artists who are one-hit wonders. Who did Love Grows Where My Rosemary Grows? Who did Venus? Who did Mississippi Queen? Who did All Right Now, baby? It's All Right Now. Who did those songs? Raspberries, no. Shocking Blue did Venus. I almost gave it away. Eddie Lighthouse, Edison Lighthouse is Cool Jazz. I'll give you that. Mountain did Mississippi Queen. That is correct. I'm so lost. It was just the last. Free, someone is saying, All Right Now was done by the group Free in 1970. I'm looking for who did the song called Ooh Child. Things are going to get better. Ooh, child. Who did that song in 1970? Who did Mr. Big Stuff? Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? Who did that song in 1971? Hold Your Head Up. Who did that song? Hold Your Head Up. Whoa, hold your head up. Whoa. 1971, one-hit wonder. And who did Bang a Gong, Get It On? Bang a Gong, Get It On in 1972. Who did those songs? Cool Jazz says 5 Stair Steps did Ooh Child, 1970. That is correct. Let's see here. We've got Gladys Knight and the Pips. Nope, no. We have Argent. Yes, Argent did Hold Your Head Up. Whoa, hold your head up. That's correct. Jean Knight did Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are? 1971. Jean Knight. Where is she now? T-Rex, BC, did Bang a Gong, Get It On in 1972. That is correct. DJ's thinking Donald Trump. Love Bruce's rendition, says Sheila. All right, the next song, 1973 one-hit wonder, Dancing in the Moonlight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Who did that one? And The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Who did that song in 1973 as a one-hit wonder? I know the song, but I can't remember the artist. 5 Stair Steps came in. We've already done that. Same Linda Lou. The Silver Platters. Laughing Out Loud. New Orleans. Feeling All Right. Nope, nope. Another song. Hocus Pocus. Who did the song Hocus Pocus in 1973? Who's the artist? And who did Beach Baby in 1974? Beach Baby. Who did those songs? New Orleans, Feeling All Right. King Harvest did Dancing in the Moonlight. Yeah, baby, 1973, King Harvest. Ray Charles, no. Stevie Wonder, no. But Focus, BC, you got it. Focus did a song called Hocus Pocus by Focus. I mean, is that perfect or what? I mean, if you're a DJ in 1973, you're introducing this song. I got this great new song with this great new band. It's called Hocus Pocus by Focus. You got to love it. It's so easy to remember. Beach Baby, who did that song? Vicki Lawrence came in here for The Nights the Lights Went Out in Georgia, 1973. Sandra and David, you got it. Absolutely right. Who did The Night Chicago Died? Who did that song? The Night Chicago Died. Who did the song Kung Fu Fightin'? Everybody's a Kung Fu Fightin'. Who did that song in 1974? And why did they do that song? It's in my head forever. Who did Beach Baby? Who did The Night Chicago Died? Who did Kung Fu Fighting? Who did the song called The Hustle? in 1975? Who did the song Turn the Beat Around in 1976? We got First Class coming in here. Beach Baby done by First Class in 74. Carl Douglas did Kung Fu Fightin' in 1974. Sheila's laughing out loud. Tom Henry, Josie and the whatever. I don't think so. Moving on. Per Lace. Paper Lace did the song The Night Chicago Died. It was Paper Lace, 1974. Who did The Hustle? Who did Turn the Beat Around? Who did The Boys Are Back in Town? The Boys Are Back in Town. Who did that song? Play That Funky Music. Who did that song? Play That Funky Music. Afternoon Delight. Who did that song? These are one-hit wonders from the 70s, baby. Who did them? Donna Summer? No. Paper Lace? Yes. Them cats were fast as lightning, says David. Thin Lizzy? Yes, sir. Boys Are Back in Town. The boys are back. The boys are back. The boys are back. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. The boys are back. The boys are Thin Lizzy, absolutely right. We've got Van McCoy being guest here. I've heard of some of these songs, but I don't remember the artist. Says Brittany, Jazz. I remember the songs, but not the artist. It is Van McCoy, but what was the rest of the name of that band? Anybody know? With Cherry, these are good songs. ABBA, Starland, Vaclav Band. It's the Starland Vocal Band. That is correct. Afternoon Delight by the Starland Vocal Band. Play That Funky Music is Wild Cherry. Very good. I remember songs, but not the artist, says Maria. Who did The Hustle? Who did Turn the Beat Around? Who did Don't Leave Me This Way? Don't leave me this way. Da 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 da. Who did that song in 1977? Don't Leave Me This Way. Who did Black Betty? Ooh, Black Betty, Black Betty, Black Betty. I can't remember the rest of that song. It was so rap-like in that style. 1977. Who did Black Betty? Who did? Oh gosh. Oh no. This song. The song I hate. I hate this song from 1977. It was played so many millions of times. I hate this song. I can't get it out of my brain. Oh my gosh. Van McCoy and the Hustle, says Cool Jazz. It's true. Van McCoy and the Soul City Symphony did The Hustle in 1975. 3 Degrees has been guessed. They're not here. Thelma Houston did Don't Leave Me This Way in 1977. Ram Jam did Black Betty. That is correct. 1977. Sweet, says David. They're not here. You are killing me here, says Angela. Debbie Boone. Thank you. I don't even have to give you the name of the song. You already know I hate it. Debbie Boone did You Would Light Up My Life in 1977. One-hit wonder. Oh, I hated it. I hated it. Tom Henry, I know who did the Ballad of Gilligan's Island. Gloria Gaynor, someone's coming in with here. I don't have her here. Hey, Linda Lou, everybody. Don McLean, don't talk to me. No, I don't want to hear about Don McLean. American Pie, I can't stand that song. All right, next one. I Love the Nightlife. I love the nightlife. I love to boogie. Da, 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 da. 1978. Who did that song? I Love the Nightlife. Hot Child in the City. Hot Child in the City. Do, 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 do. Hot Child. Who did that song? And Ring My Bell. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Do, do, do. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. Do, do, do. Once that song is in there, you can't get it out. One-hit wonder. Who did it? Turn the Beat Around. I Love the Nightlife. Hot Child in the City. Ring My Bell. Born to Be Alive, 1979. And Cruel to Be Kind. It's cruel to be kind. Do, 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 do. Cruel to be kind. 1979 one-hit wonder. Who are these people and why did they record these songs? Alicia Bridges has just come in. She did I Love the Nightlife. I Love to Boogie. White Snake. They're not here. I Like the Disco, says David. Nina, Billy Idol. Cool Jazz. And Nita Ward did Ring My Bell. Doobie doobie doo. Yes, you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring, ring, ring. ring it. Can't get that song off your head. Anita Ward, thank you. Nick Gilder. Nick Gilder did Hot Child in the City. Do, 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 do. Yes, Nick Gilder. Patrick Hernandez did Born to Be Alive, 1979. When's Bruce going to sing the Funky Chicken? Linda Lou, I need some of what that Bruce had for breakfast. Nick Lowe did Cruel to Be Kind. Da, 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 da. Cruel to Be Kind. Da, 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 da. Alicia, somebody did Nightlife. Engelbert Humperdinck, love the singing, Bruce. Sheila, did you ever disco? Zach, what did you have today? I think Bruce used to be a disco king since school jazz. Zach, man, you're crazy. Tom Henry, that hot spring must have fed himself. Anita Ward, keep it up. We got one left. We haven't got one. Turn the beat around. Turn the beat around. Da, 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 da. Boom, turn the beat around. 1976. Who did Turn the Beat Around? You couldn't stop dancing to that. We're all 20s. We're all our 20s. How could you not be dancing to that music? The Hustle, The Boys Are Back in Town, all these songs. Oh my gosh. But who did this one? Turn the Beat Around. It's the last one. Vicky Sue Nathaniel, you're on it. Vicky Sue Robinson did that song in 1976. And that, my friends, is the quiz for the 1970s one-hit wonders. Whew, what a group of artists. What a bunch of songs. Oh, my gosh. We still hear them today. They still play them. They never stop playing them. Can you imagine? Would love to see Bruce and polyester bell-bottoms. I used to wear bell-bottoms. Who didn't wear bell-bottoms in the 70s? If you were anything, if you were a teenager or 20-something and you went out to the disco, you wore bell-bottoms. I was 15 in 1970. I was 25 in 1980. So, yeah, I wore bell-bottoms for sure. Ratata, says Nurse Nancy, Mary Maria Runners, Linda Lou, wow. And that's the rest of the story. And that old biddy's having fun. Yes, here we go. Love Grows Where My Rosemary Grows from Edison Lighthouse. Venus, Shocking Blue. Mississippi Queen from Mountain. All right now, free. Ooh, child. The 5 stair steps. Mr. Big Stuff. Gene Knight, Hold Your Head Up from Argent. Bang a Gong, Get It On. T-Rex, Dancing in the Moonlight. King Harvest. The Knights went out in Georgia. Vicki Lawrence, Hocus Pocus by Focus. That's perfect. Hocus Pocus by Focus. Beach Baby, First Class. The Night Chicago Died by Paper Lace. Kung Fu Fighting, Carl Douglas. The Hustle, Van McCoy and the Soul City Symphony. Turn the Beat Around, Vicky Sue Robinson. The Boys Are Back in Town. The Boys Are Back in Town. The Boys Are Back. The Boys Are Back. That would be Thin Lizzy. Play That Funky Music. Wild Cherry. Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band. Don't Leave Me This Way, Thelma Houston. Black Betty, Ram Jam. You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone. Why? I Love the Nightlife. Alicia Bridges, Hot Child in the City. Nick Gilder, Ring My Bell. Anita Ward, Born to Be Alive. Patrick Hernandez, Cruel to Be Kind by Nick Lowe. Oh, the one-hit wonders. What can I tell you? What can I say? It's unbelievable. I got one trivia question left to go. It's on a not as a high a note. It has nothing to do with music. This one here, it makes you kind of think, actually. It makes you kind of think. Here we go. Can you tell me the 30 countries, the 31 countries in the world, 31 that happen to have nuclear reactors? What countries in the world have a nuclear reactor or more than one? What are they? It's kind of a depressing list, but there it is. The top 31 countries that have nuclear reactors. In case anyone wants to bomb Iran or something like that. Zach Tube, the France. Yep, number 2 in the world. 58 nuclear reactors in France. Nurse Nancy, the United States, America, number 1 in the world for nuclear reactors. 104 nuclear reactors in the USA. Number 1 on the planet. That old biddy, Japan. Japan, 55. Russia, Sheila, Russia, they are in 4th place, 32. The Russian Federation, only 32 nuclear reactors. The United States, 104. 4. Who else have we got here? Korea, Nathaniel Brown, Korea. Any Korea. South Korea, 21 nuclear reactors. North Korea, we don't show any officially, but something tells me they might have one. Let's see, USA. Russia. David, I won disco trivia contest on the Independence of the Seas. Laugh out loud. Brittany Lockwood, Canada has nuclear reactors. They do. There are 18 in Canada. We make a lot of electricity up here with nuclear reactors. Iran, the country of Iran, we've been talking about them. They probably are trying to build one right now, maybe more. Almost said Howard Johnson, 31 flavors, says Cool Jazz. Sheila, North Korea, we think they got one. Brittany, Germany, yep, 17 nuclear reactors in Germany. Japan, we've done. DJ, Israel on this list officially, not on the list officially, but unofficially, oh yeah, they have nuclear reactors, several for sure, but not on this chart. Brittany, España, Spain, 8. They have 8 nuclear reactors. Let's see, United Kingdom, the UK, 19 nuclear reactors. North Carolina says active. Mexico, they have 2 nuclear reactors. Iraq, they don't have any. Pakistan, they've got 3. Who else we got? We got Spain here. We have India, 20 in India. Japan, China, France, Turkey. Turkey does not show. Turkey does not show for a nuclear reactor in Turkey. Only a matter of time. Kazakhstan, I think that's part of the Russian Federation, so I can't find it separately. Canada, Australia. In Australia, nope, they don't show any in Australia. Germany, we did. China, we've got 13 nuclear reactors officially. Mexico, Brazil, Brasilia, 2. They have 2 in Brazil. Sweden just came in. They have 10. Egypt for nuclear reactors. They don't show any. Belgium has 7 nuclear reactors. Brittany, I would not be surprised. North Korea has several. I wouldn't either. Poland, the country of Poland, not showing Poland holding any. Iceland, no, they got all the thermal they need for electricity. They got the earth giving them heat underneath. Iran, we done. Denmark, the country of Denmark. Not showing. Did we do Denmark already? We did not, and I'm not showing Denmark with any. What do we got here? Australia, we done. Singapore, no nuclear reactors. Sweden, we did. Vietnam, none. Malaysia, none. Egypt, Norway, don't think so. Nope. Moving on. Netherlands, the Netherlands, nope. Yeah, oh, sorry, they got 1. The Netherlands have 1. Peru, not showing any. What else have we got here? Sorry, New Zealand, Finland, and Thailand. Finland has 4. Thailand, none. Japan and Brazil, we've done both. South Africa has 2 in South Africa. And we've got the Bahamas and Italy. The Bahamas, none. Italy, not showing any. I'm looking for European countries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm looking for 6. 7, 8 more European countries alone is what I need easily. Argentina, the Philippines. Argentina has 2. The Philippines, none. England, that's UK, we did. Sudan, no. Lebanon, no. Germany, no. Done already. Austria, none. Switzerland, 5. Switzerland has 5. Portugal, none. Spain, España, we've done already. Other European countries, Israel, no, we've done already. We think they have 5, but they're not on here. Lithuania, not on here. Any other European guesses coming in? We still need several more. Taiwan has 6, by the way. China's island neighbor to the south. They have 6. Let's see any others here. They're mainly all European countries. I have a European country starting with a U, one with a C, one with an H, one with an S, one with a B, one with an R, one with an A, C, and S. All European countries that have nuclear reactors in their borders, pretty well all producing electricity, by the way. They don't produce bombs. They're producing electricity, more or less. Romania, yes, Romania does have 2 in their country. Greece does not show. The Ukraine has 15. Amsterdam, that's a city. Luxembourg, no. Czechoslovakia, the Czech Republic has 6. Croatia has 1. Ireland, no. Botswana, no. Sweden, we've done. Need 5 more European countries. Belgium, no. They do not. Need a country in Europe with H, S, B, A, and S. Those are the countries' first initials. All European countries for last of the nuclear countries. Albania, not Albania, no. But I got one with an A, but it's not Albania. And any more guesses, or I will give them up to you. The Ukraine, we've done. Belarus, Belarus, no. Not Belarus. And see if any more come through here. Switzerland, we've done. Hungary, yes, they have 4. Hungary has 4. And 2 with the letter S. One is Slovakia, used to be the other half of Czechoslovakia, and Slovenia, neighbor to Italy. Slovenia 1, Slovakia 4. Austria, no. We have Bulgaria with 2 and Armenia with 1. And that's it for the nuclear countries. I'm thinking Bulgaria is European unless it's South American. It could be wrong. But we are done with the quizzes, and this is the last one here with nuclear countries. That's it. There you have it. That's our show. We've done it all, and thank you for joining me today and being here. I hope you enjoyed it today. We had 36 of you still with me, 61 thumbs ups today. Thank you very much. I think all but 1 person enjoyed it. 1 definitely did not. 2 others so-so, because I got 3 thumbs down. What can I say? I do the best I can with what I've got. It's a one-man show. Try not to bore you to death. Thank you for being here. I will see you on Monday at 5 o'clock for my next show. For those of you who want to be bored to death with cruise news, I'll be on at 5 o'clock Monday. Otherwise, Tuesday I'll be on at 5 and at 8 o'clock. We'll do trivia again Tuesday night. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all of your kind words, wishes, thoughts, and all of your donations to the channel. All of you buying product like this. All of you who are sending me great comments, sharing my videos with your friends. I can't ask for more. I love it. Thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you for all of your going to Amazon and making purchases on Amazon. Thank you very much for that. Like I say, donations greatly appreciated. Obviously, watching the commercials. Thank you for that. We're, like I say, over 27,494 subscribers right at this second here. Let me see if we've broken the number. Right now, we're at 27,000. Let me see here. 494, 6 away from 27,500 subscribers. Awesome stuff. Love it. Have a great weekend, everyone. I hope you're getting nice weather, and eat well, drink well, sleep well, do everything well. And we'll see you Monday at 5 o'clock. Thank you for being here and enjoying the channel as much as I enjoy being with you. I'm glad you enjoy being with me. And like I say, we'll catch up with all of you on Monday. Bye for now, Zach. Thank you, Sheila, Zach Tube, Susan R. Thank you also to Landy, also to Brittany, and to Sylvan Forrest. Thank you again. Who else we got here? Dave was here. Thank you, Dave. Nathaniel and Susan R. DJ was here. Just going back, looking at all my messages. Nurse Nancy, thank you. And who else was here today? So many people saying hi to me. Love it. I will see you guys all on Monday. I'm going to get some rest. Ta-ta for now. And have a good one. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, stay cool if you get a little hot out there. And we'll see you later. Bye for now.